Hello and welcome to the Killing a Bird with Four Stones podcast. It's me, Ben, with Noah, Twain, Vince, and our special guests, Landon and Derek.
Yes, sir.
Hello. So if you guys never listened to the podcast before, we basically talk about whatever we feel like, and that's pretty much it. So if you want to hear more of it, subscribe to us on YouTube, hit the little bell icon so you know whenever our videos are released. Leave a like and comment anything you want to hear us talk about, or anyone you think we should have on the podcast. And follow us on Instagram we do giveaways sometimes and stuff like that. We do little snippets, and we also put our snippets on TikTok now. So feel free to follow us there as well. So without further ado, how are you guys doing?
Doing good.
Good.
Yep. So we got our second and third special guest. We got Derek and Landon here.
Guys.
If you guys didn't know, they're from a band.
Yeah. Big band blowing up in Quebec City, that's for sure.
Ben got their shirt down too.
Ben's repping the merch, bro.
I'm repping it.
That's pretty funny.
Ben's the origins of everything since elementary school, I think.
You know it. I played the recorder with these guys. No worries, guys.
Yeah, you guys went to the same elementary school together.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, you guys joined in what grade? Landon was grade 1, Derek was grade 3?
Dude, he knows the dates.
I know.
So you guys are one
Best
of
day of my
the
life.
50 students that went to that elementary school.
Yeah, elementary school. What were we? I think you guys covered it though, eh?
Yeah, we did cover it, but it's just so funny because
So tiny.
you guys are like, we have 6% of the population here.
Exactly.
That's
The one
hilarious.
thing though that Ben doesn't have with you guys is Joanne.
Joanne. We got the best of both worlds with Vince as well.
Joanne, the bus driver.
Yeah.
For how long were we taking the bus together? Because we went to elementary with Ben, and then for high school we took the bus with Vince. We moved in between.
Did
You guys are in Saint-Raymond, right?
Yeah, now we're in
Saint-Raymond.
Kind of a far
Driving
drive.
up in the world from the Valcartier to Saint-Amand, I see.
I don't know if I'd say moving up. I'd say more it's like
A sideways movement.
sideways.
Lateral.
Oh, man.
Either way, it's
Did you
pretty
guys
fun.
walk to school though? In elementary?
I think I looked at how long it would take to walk from Saint-Amand to like Quebec High School or
Yeah.
St. Lawrence, and it was like 9 hours.
That's solid. That's solid.
The solid
Elementary.
walk.
At the end,
Eventually, you were like across the street though, weren't you?
yeah, we practically crossed the street. At the end, I think we were walking, but at the beginning, we took the bus.
Solid bus ride of 2 seconds.
Literally.
But I mean, what the main road in front of our house, it was still like pretty fast, and like we weren't gonna go on our own, like walking.
It's true. Now there's a school zone there, so it's like 30, and there's a little crosswalk, so like
That's way better.
everyone walks. But you guys, it's true, it would have been like 50. Oof. Crazy.
Whoa.
Valcartier Boulevard.
Um,
Yeah.
So-
When did?
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say. So when did your music really start? Just asking.
Yeah, you guys are big music gurus. You gotta tell us where it all started, man.
I mean,
Exactly.
I think that when we started on our own for real, it was February 23rd of 2019. So that's
Ti Boeuf,
that's Ti Boeuf, and so that's also this Tuesday. So this
Yeah.
Tuesday is 2 years of Ti Boeuf.
Yeah.
So also,
Yeah, we planned this.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, don't you put it out on Tuesdays?
For the anniversary, we're releasing
We
the
do
episode.
post it
Exactly.
on
That's what we're doing.
So-
Yeah, we saw that you guys are dropping a song Tuesday too, so
Wow.
that's for the
Yeah.
2-year anniversary.
Yeah, exactly. So this Tuesday at noon, we'll be dropping not only a song but also
Music video.
Oh,
Yeah, but
Moving
I
us.
saw that.
that's actually big.
That's
uh,
sick.
yeah,
So tell us about the song. How is that? I think it's called what, Velo or something? Is it?
yeah, like a bike, like a
Yeah.
wheel like this.
Oh,
Teams right there. The single
Correct.
color is orange. You got the cow from Ti Boeuf, so
I thought that was an
That's
orange.
crazy.
oh yeah.
So you guys
This
are
looks like an
three in
orange.
Ti Boeuf. You have you two, and I think it's Olivier or Oliver.
yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
it's Oliver is he is a friend that we met at baseball. Like both Landon and I have been playing baseball since I was 9 and Landon was 7.
Ben knows that. Ben knows that. We
Yeah.
go to the midst of school, play some.
That's true.
jackpot.
Oh yeah, I remember that. And I was definitely the worst because I didn't play baseball.
Jackpot is a sick game.
But yeah, Olivier is now for like
Almost 3.
almost 3 years. He's been going out with our sister. So
Oh,
Like,
I didn't know that.
he
Valentine's.
swooped in there. He swooped in there. He's another brother.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
So
family at this point.
I just wanted to shout him out for Ti Boeuf just because we're talking about it right
yeah,
now.
exactly.
Can't leave him unnoticed.
we would have had him here, but no, you're only allowed 2 on the couch.
You're rolling out, dude. Didn't hear that law. My bad.
It's funny. My couch allows for more than 2 people.
Where do you buy it?
Yeah.
Maybe it's just my couch though.
Are you inviting us? Is that what this is?
It is a 3 spot. I could invite 2 of you guys.
Ooh.
Yeah, you're gonna
Or you
leave.
could have all of Ti Boeuf in there.
Yeah,
Ooh,
we could
there
sit
you
all
go.
of Ti Boeuf in there
On one couch.
on one couch.
Well, this is the couch. Like, there's I think we archived that photo.
Yeah.
But like the first photo that we put up was on this
On this
couch
couch.
right here. Also,
Ooh.
Bring the
So
thing.
3 do fit on the couch, is what you're saying.
yeah, definitely.
Barely.
Okay.
Clothes and everything.
Yeah, the pillows take up a lot of space.
So speaking of your music career, where I saw you guys start playing was at Music Extravaganza.
Yeah.
Those were some good old concerts that me and Ben used to crush.
Oh, boy.
For
The
those who
trumpet
didn't
was going to be good there.
for those who don't know, me and Ben used to kill it on the trumpet.
Hey, don't sleep on me. I was there a year.
Twin was there, he flunked out, then he went to art.
I feel left out.
Vince, were you?
No, I never did it. I always did art.
Oh, yeah,
And-
Vin.
Yeah.
I did 5 years of art.
Same. I did 5 years of art as well, and I don't feel like I know how to draw.
Yeah, those classes were not.
Vince, it worked, but I think that you learned more on your own.
Yeah, no, those classes didn't work. I was self-taught. All self-taught.
But okay, this is a side tangent, but like I think it deserves the recognition. Like Vince, especially the art page, man, like really quick, fastest learning, fastest like.
Oh,
That's true. He
Thank
does
you.
learn quick. I noticed that.
Yo, shout out to
So
Vibi Custom. Okay, no free,
thank you. Appreciate it.
Usually
No
no
free
Appreciate it.
promo, but
but we'll
shout
give
out
you
to
this one, Vince.
All right, I'll take it. I'll take it.
I'll try to send you a pair of Converse if you'd like to customize.
I'd be down, bro. We could do a Ti Boeuf design if you
Yeah,
need.
exactly. I think you did some for Ocean Nadu. That
Yeah, I
were
did.
like cow printed a bit.
Yeah.
Those were really, really sick. I thought they were awesome.
I appreciate it.
speaking of the cow, what is up with the cow? Why it's the best?
Where did it come from?
You gotta know this now.
Okay, dude. Literally, I'm not gonna go into the other part of it.
No. just the recipe.
On your own time, you can look up and whatever. There's some bad parts of the name that we didn't realize. But yeah, the original is that we were just thinking of names like more like rural, really Québécois names. And here in Saint-Amand, if you've ever been, there's the classic Tiwi. And
Oh yeah.
so we were in Saint-Amand. There's that, and whatever. We've heard the name Ti Boeuf a lot for like stews and like whatever, just meat like that. And I said to Derek and Oliver, like, "Yo, let's do Ti Boeuf," and everyone was like, "Yeah, not really."
And like at first we weren't like 100% sure, and we were going between a few things.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, we didn't want to go into like the little because there's a bunch of rappers that have like little and stuff like that, and we were trying to
That's
avoid
true.
it, but like it was sort of funny to put Ti
Yeah.
Boeuf and then be like a rock band
Yeah.
on the side, so it like changes it up a bit. I mean, at one point we were also thinking of Little Stewart as a band.
Yeah.
Like, Stewart, Little Stewart.
Pretty funny. I always thought that like Ti Boeuf was like a little insult to someone. Like you call a guy Ti Boeuf, He's like a little like
Sure.
jacked guy. That's what he is.
God, that's another way of putting it. Dude, it works.
Lord.
I think it covers themes that we try to that come out in the songs too. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Anyway you take it, there's a Quebecois vibe to it, and like
Yeah.
we're happy to like we're here, you know, and like when we're gonna play music, it's gonna be playing music in Quebec, and like whatever, it fits.
I like it.
I love that.
You guys, I got to see you guys perform with the What the Heck band. That was pretty cool too. That was last year or a year and a half ago.
Yeah.
That was actually a spectacular show. I hadn't seen you guys perform together, and it was pretty good. There's a lot of people there. I remember one time, I think Kieran was on the drums.
Oh, yeah.
He was just drumming out so hard. His stick goes flying.
Oh, man, there he goes.
The
He
stick
only has
goes
one
flying.
drum,
It's
so he's
crazy.
just drumming with one hand. He's done everything.
He's back.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's probably like my hero. By we were playing because like What the Heck was it's the St. Lawrence is like a student cover band.
Yeah.
And like it was organized by a few of the older students, so including me and
Derek was the executive. He was
Yeah.
in charge of it.
and
Big boss moves.
So Kieran was playing drums, and I think he was probably my hero because that was like the hardest.
Oh,
like
man.
I mean, like the heaviest song of the set, and Kieran was really happy to play it because we had played it at it's not Music Extravaganza, but it's the CQSV Pack.
Yeah.
We had played
Arts Festival.
another song by Foo Fighters, and it was Kieran and I and Stephanie Flourde, and she was playing bass.
Rep to V.
Shout
Wait.
out. They're all there.
Is that another Valcartier person?
Yeah, Steph Gold from Valcartier.
Oh, damn.
Shout out.
That's
Valcartier's
6%
taking over.
increasing, bro.
Yeah, I know everyone. Come on.
Bro,
Well,
yeah.
she didn't go to our elementary school though.
No.
That's true. She lived like too far from Valcartier. She lives like on
exactly.
Boulevard,
Yeah,
but
right on
not
the outskirts.
in Valcartier. Sketch.
Man.
You guys had some teachers in that What the Heck band.
Mhm.
They were doing good too. Like they were singing. I was like, what the heck? That like
What the heck?
What the heck?
little pun there, but Fournier, he was pretty good, man. He was
Yeah.
he had a good voice.
And so Dominic Fournier took on the What the Heck band as like the teacher in charge, and he took that on like it's probably like around 8 or 9 years ago or something like that. And before that, it was Suzanne Lemay, who is also a teacher at St. Lawrence.
Mhm.
And like What the Heck evolved a lot, and it was originally only teachers.
No
that
way.
were part
I
of that.
didn't know that.
Yeah, it was only teachers doing like
That's
it was
amazing.
like a talent show almost instead of a full out show. It's a talent show where people would go, and it was teachers mostly.
Dude.
It was acoustic, and everybody was playing unplugged, and it was just like something that was calm and relaxed, more of a campfire vibe.
Man.
That's kind of funny.
Cool, that's evolved.
Yeah.
like that. That's
Yeah.
I was wondering, what are like some of your guys' favorite artists and like inspirations when it comes to music?
We'll start with you guys. What about you guys?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Our
one.
favorite artist?
Back
Oh
to
boy.
it.
Putting that on the spot. Jeez.
It gives them time to think. It gives them
I
time
can
to-
start because like
Go ahead, Vince.
I'm kind of around like the arts, and an artist that really inspires me like when I'm like doing my art is there's Smino because it's extremely like creative, or there's Anderson Park that I really like.
Yeah, dude.
Artsy.
But I'm trying to go more into like I try to like go into different genre. Like I like rock right now. Like Twin kind of put me on the Red Hot Chili Pepper kind of vibe during the
Definitely.
summer.
I like it. I
I
like
like
it.
to listen to that from time to time, mix it up from all the hip hop that like is so like present in today's like
Yeah.
everyday life, I guess. So
Really
yeah, I
get
would
that
say
concept.
Smino, a little bit of Red Hot Chili Pepper, Anderson .Paak, some Cole, like J. Cole, and a bunch of other artists.
Solid picks. Are you done stating your things, Vince?
Yeah, you
Okay,
can go, you can go.
I'm more about like melody. When I go into rap, I'm more about melody rap, and then I just go into country and all that. The only thing I can't stand is heavy metal, which I know some you guys like that a bit, just a bit. But yeah, it's not that I hate it. It's just it's a lot of noise for me. That's just me.
Yeah. And like you're saying, if you're looking for melody, there's often a bit less melody, we could say, in something that's more heavier.
It's
more
harder to find.
It's just harder to find.
It's covered with noise. Like,
bunch of layers. But yeah.
Exactly.
Then
If you
Oh,
dig
me.
deep into like heavy metal though, like there's really something fascinating about it. Like all the instruments like working with one another.
For real.
It's
I
really
honestly, it's tough to name one genre as I listen to pretty much anything. As if I put shuffle on my music playlist, you'd probably get like the Beatles, then like some
Denzel
Avenged
Curry.
Sevenfold, Denzel Curry will pop up, and then like Blake Shelton, and it's like literally anyone. But right now, I'm really into Fall Out Boy, and I've been listening to a lot of their songs, some of their older ones that I kind of forgot about.
older ones are the best ones.
Yeah, dude,
I like
like
them.
we went hard in the Fall Out Boy when we were younger. Yeah. Like even now, though, there's still, like you're saying, there's still some classic ones that like for sure they get put under a label or they get put under like it's emo from like the mid 2000s, it's
Yeah.
whatever. But like for sure, there's people who have those opinions. But
Mm.
under everything, the music's actually good. It's well written and it's well thought out.
I always
and, like,
found their lyrics were like they always like blow my mind. They'll say things and I'm like, man, it makes so much sense, and I don't understand. It's like just random one-liners that I'll like laugh at, but at the same time I'm like, whoa,
yeah.
it's hard to explain.
Transform this into the Fall Out Boy podcast, yeah, but
Man, I love them.
I was gonna go into my personal favorites, but
yeah.
I gotta go
ahead.
Kanye West. I'm such a big Kanye fan.
Nice,
I'm-
solid. He's a
Like
solid.
he's so creative.
Dude,
It's
for real.
some people don't get it, but he's just his production, the way he raps, just he's done everything, and
Man.
he's one of the greatest artists ever.
Oh, it's so true. And I mean, I think it was like there's like this pic like on the internet or something that says like he was making beats. How many beats was it per day?
I was
for-
like 3 beats a day for like a bunch of summers or something like that.
Yeah.
the guy he's non-stop making music, and like it's his art, it's how he expresses himself, and
Yeah.
I mean it's really, really different. And when you get into the things that are less popular of Kanye, it's
Yeah.
really cool.
When you listen to a whole album, let's say the Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy from top to bottom, that's where you sort of get like the whole, like you sort of understand what
Yeah.
goes in his mind when he's writing his music and creating his beats.
Is that your favorite album?
I don't know. I think so many good albums, but
By him,
yeah, I'd go Graduation or My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasies.
dude.
Before you guys get into your artists, I just want to shout out that they've been like having good conversation with all of us who all like different kinds of music.
Bro,
It's kind of
that's
crazy that they're like so well educated about it. My God,
I mean,
nuts,
it's their bread and butter. They gotta be there. They gotta be sharp.
crazy.
when your bus
I'm impressed.
ride is long,
Man.
you need to
Oh
find
yeah,
you
Yeah.
listen.
that's for sure. Those bus rides, but so many playlists. I
My
mean,
God, it's literally like one of the things that like really helps with music. It's listening to like every morning. I remember in high school, I download another album
Yeah.
to like for the bus ride just to make sure like that I have something different to listen to.
Mm-hmm.
And
That's
it's good to,
sick.
like just try new things and to stop listening to only Metallica. That was me.
It's different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, what are your guys' artists?
Yeah, we
Um,
gotta hear these.
I think I find it really funny because like literally I think there's somewhere I read that like your music taste is really defined or like is sort of based on everything you listened when you're between 13 and 15 about or something like that. So those years are like the most crucial to shape your like what you
Your brain.
like.
Yeah,
musical
exactly.
tastes.
Yeah. And I say like for real, one of the biggest artists that had an impact on me was Fall Out Boy, just because of like we were talking about then. And then literally the one that got me into playing music, I'd say, is Red Hot Chili Peppers, because I play bass and Flea is renowned as one of the
The goat of bass.
best.
and I mean Queen as well.
Dude, I loved Queen. I was like a middle-aged woman. I loved Queen.
Did you guys watch the movie?
Yes, I did. I didn't really like it for some reason. I don't know. I watched so many like interviews and things. Like I don't know. I have huge phases where I just focus on an artist for months, and I watch everything I can on them. It's almost obsessive. And then when I watched the movie, I was like, yeah, it doesn't really fit with what I was thinking about him. You know.
Okay. Sort of
Crush my dreams. I'm not gonna finish this movie. Like, stop.
The middle-aged woman's joke still got.
I saw Bohemian Rhapsody in the movie theaters,
Man.
and like when I was watching it in the theaters, I was like, "There's no way I could watch this at home and like it as much as I do now." There's a bunch of odd cuts and things like that that only fit on a big screen. I find like there's I don't know, like there was a passage of time at one point, and it's just years done in like different fonts and
Like
things
disco
like that.
colored and like.
And it's just simple to like put more time into the movie so that like it hits the feature film length almost. But I think that there was so much to do with that movie.
Yeah.
It was good, but yeah, it was a bit deceptive.
It's kind of limited, like when you have a movie. I'm sorry, this is a really long tangent on just the movie, but
Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead. You go.
but I mean, there's sort of problem with like biographies or movies about a specific person is that, dude, you're talking about their entire lives and then you're condensing it into something that has like that's like 2 hours, has 3 acts, like a beginning, a middle with the, like where things are a bit out of the ordinary, and the end that concludes well. And like people's lives don't necessarily have those 3 structures ingrained into them.
It's tough to fit 4 people's lives into 2 hours too. It's not
exactly. It's the whole band. So whatever.
Your perspectives are blowing my mind right now. I'm not gonna. Like that's a lot of education for just one podcast. So
this is not even a school night. I'm gonna die.
dude, we have school tomorrow. We have school tomorrow. Like
what we usually do on the podcast is just rate Burger King and just. We don't do the smart stuff.
Bro, last podcast I was sipping rum. Here I am.
Oh, we recorded on a Friday night?
Hey, you know.
Tuesday afternoon, you know how it is.
Derek, do you want to finish with your...
Yeah. So like continuing with Len saying like that the defining years for musical taste is between like 13 to 14, 15. Well, I was listening at the beginning of high school. I was listening to a lot of Alice in Chains because my dad said, "Stop listening to Metallica. It's not the only thing that exists." So I was like, okay, but like, what is really close to Metallica but not quite? So I got into Alice in Chains, and Alice in Chains is just like a grunge band that like has more melodic parts than Metallica. And then after that, like, I think I grew out of bigger metal. Like throughout, there was a phase where I really, really liked John Mayer because how he played guitar and how he sang and how
he's pretty and
such a lovely young man.
And yeah, so like John Mayer is such a cool person and for music, and he borrows from like Stevie Ray Vaughan, who's another guitar player that was huge, and Jimi Hendrix, and it's all like blues guitar. And I had never really gotten into blues. I was thinking that I'd get into blues when I was like older. It's like old guy rock. But then like
my middle-aged man.
Yeah, exactly.
The duality.
It's man cave music, but yeah. And then now I think I'm listening to more like today specifically. I was listening to a lot of the Smiths, and I like that a lot. It's different. It's sad. It's sad winter music, I guess, but it's really good.
Winter's almost over though. Is there a new playlist coming up for summer?
It's just LMFAO greatest hits.
Okay.
Oh, I like it. I
Next day, I know it, bro.
Mix a little bit of Pitbull in there, and you got a song right there.
International love, baby.
Mr. Worldwide.
Greatest Pitbull track. What is it?
Yeah, guys, what is it?
Greatest Pitbull?
Pitbull? Oh boy.
I don't know. International Love. I listened to it when I was like 13 or 15, so it kind of struck me when I was young.
Right in the time frame.
Dude. I think the most memorable one is the one that says the Hotel Motel Holiday Inn.
Yeah.
When you bump that at a party, bro, or at a bar,
sure.
whatever, bro, everyone's going crazy.
I have a story about Pitbull.
What
I
happened?
don't know the names of them.
Nah, you don't know the names, you know the vibes.
I have a story about Pitbull songs though. Like last summer, I was working with a bunch of friends in a kitchen, and when we didn't have much to do, all we would do was just blast a Pitbull greatest hits playlist and just vibe out to it. And nothing gets you more hyped up than a Pitbull greatest hits
I
playlist.
do.
You're mopping the floor. You're just freaking hope.
I have to go with Timber, by the way.
Oh, Timber's
Oh,
pretty solid.
I was thinking that too.
Dude,
I missed that. I didn't listen
the
to much
duality
Pitbull.
of his musical
His
abilities.
beats and his,
Is the one called Cinco de Mayo? I'm just like, that's the one in my
I
head
don't-
right now.
you don't
I don't know what
the
it's
names.
called,
I don't.
but he says
remember.
Cinco de Mayo. That's all I know.
There's a lot of things.
Is he actually?
Pretty sure he says Mr. Worldwide as well, but I might
Oh, he
be.
says that in every song. No? I think it's tag.
Yes, he does.
So moving more away, I guess away a bit from music. What does the future hold for you guys? I know Derek, you're in business, and Landon, you're in pure sciences. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
So I don't know. What's your future plans? Is music? Is it being a doctor? What is it?
I think the classic thing when you do chem phys in high school is like, I'm gonna go to CEGEP in health science. I'm gonna become a doctor at university, and like that's the plan. It's already made. But like, I don't know. As soon as like I heard everyone else say that, I was like, no, I'm gonna go not health sciences. Gonna do the pure sciences. I think Ben's in that too, right?
Yep, that's me.
Shout out, Ben.
Shut up, Ben. We're in both our math classes together.
Both math classes and English class.
Yeah, and Derek's in all my classes. That's that. So we got them both on the podcast.
Okay, we get it. You guys go to school.
Mr.
Get it.
Forbes was talking about you
For real.
I know he texted me a couple of times.
on Facebook.
No, on Mio. I don't even know how I still have a Mio.
You still have your dude. You're just reminiscing, checking the grades and the assignments.
No, but he got pretty
Yeah, I wasn't
upset
trying.
when I told him. He
Yeah, I
got
remember
pretty
that.
upset.
Nah.
But whatever.
No.
It
Yeah,
is what it
what
is.
were you saying, Landon?
Yeah. So there's the pure applied science route. After that, we both applied to Concordia, and they just, if you applied early enough, they've already sent like yes or no's to people.
Mhm.
So we got yes or no's, offers of admission, I guess. Derek got it for marketing, and me for civil engineering.
Congrats, boys.
Civil engineering. That's what I wanted to do when I was younger.
For real?
I don't want to do it anymore, but I did want to do that. Yeah.
Exactly. Dude, it's not my first choice, but I didn't realize the Concordia. That's another thing. Concordia, let's say you have 3 choices, and you get accepted for your first choice, they'll just cancel your
Yeah.
applications for your other 2.
I did
and-
that.
Exactly. I wanted all 3, but they just canceled the other 2. So I was like, okay, I guess I'm gonna have civil engineering.
And like to pick out of the 3 to.
You know.
Yeah. It's nicer to have that, but
Derek got the marketing though.
Yeah, I was pretty happy because I didn't apply to any other universities because I was dead set on Concordia, and I was like, I want to go to Montreal, and like I'm dead set on that. I don't know Noah if you've seen McGill, but
Yeah.
you need integral math
Yeah.
for the business programs.
Yeah.
I did integral math personally, didn't pass it. So, and I didn't feel the need to do it CEGEP at stumps either. So, like, I was really interested, and Concordia has exactly what I wanted to do for both the major and the minor.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, I was happy with that. But yeah, it was a bit sketch. I was thinking about I was gonna apply to like Bishops to just see, but I didn't really want to move to Sherbrooke that much. So.
Yeah. It's a different vibe out
Get
there,
it.
that's for sure. I know
Get it,
for McGill, I'm going to be applying there too, but I'll be doing integral during the summer. So because only certain schools give it, I'll be doing that. And I know Concordia, if you have good enough grades over a 28 R score, you get 6 courses credited, something like that. So you save a whole semester, which is pretty much like $4,000 or $5,000. So it's pretty good.
I do know the vibes, by the way, of taking an integral and not passing it. It was great.
Man,
Dude, and now in math, we're just like redoing integral things. So
Man, we have literally, me and Landon are in 2 math classes together, and every once in a while we'll get a little overlap where we'll get a unit that's literally identical.
dude,
And they're both probability courses, so it's like we take a week off in some courses, and it's really nice.
Hilarious.
that's a secret. Cut it out when you're in.
we can't tell the teachers; they're gonna find out.
We'll make that a snippet so everyone gets to hear it.
But yeah, you guys, are you planning on staying in Quebec or?
Personally, I'm looking to go to either Montreal or Sherbrooke, McGill or Bishops in education.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So, Twain, what type of education do you want to do again?
Geography, history, and phys ed.
Man,
That's
I can
awesome.
so see you doing that,
Yeah, that is a Twain specific sector.
bro. I didn't know me and Twain were both gonna teach. That's
Yeah.
Yeah,
great.
you know.
Teaching is so sick, though.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it's a really great idea. I was looking into teaching for McGill, but at the same time, I was thinking personally that I'd like to get a bit of experience in a certain field and then go back to school to get like a teaching degree. But,
Well, my plan, honestly, is I'm going to either McGill or Sherbrooke to go to become a teacher in mathematics, and then. But my plan is to be a high school math teacher, and once I get some experience and stuff, to get my master's and hopefully teach in CEGEP or university.
that's
what my
great,
goal
dude.
is. So
Vince, you were telling me the other day you want to become a graphic designer.
yeah.
Yeah, but I'll go last because I want to merge into something.
Okay, you
Else.
got to
Yeah.
merge into another question. All right.
Yeah.
But oh yeah, I didn't say my career, but I just said that I was gonna apply to Concordia and McGill.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about majoring in finance, and I'm not sure about my minor yet, so we're gonna have to figure that out. And obviously, integral, I'll be doing math all summer, so that's gonna suck.
Dude,
fun times.
you was really interested in finance too, when we had the class last semester.
Oh yeah, man, I love that class when it's it's taught by Don Fournier.
Yeah.
I'm going in English, jeez.
Yeah, I know. Twain was gonna freaking slap me on my wrist with a ruler for that one. But yeah, I just like the way he teaches, and
And income tax is great too for that.
that's why I want to do my internship while doing like tax reports and all that, because
Oh, cool.
it's so useful in life, just being able to do them. And
For sure. You can do my taxes whenever you feel like it.
yeah, with some beer or something like that. But,
Once my parents don't do them anymore, as they're both accountants, then you can do my taxes.
I didn't know both your parents were accountants, man.
Both my parents studied to be accountants in Ontario, and then they moved back to my grandparents' farm, where they now are still farmers, and they worked as accountants for a total of 2 years.
But that's cool.
I had no clue, man.
So
I don't
That's
see
where I get my math skill from.
I don't see John working with numbers. That's just me though.
Yeah, John,
I don't see
in
my dad sitting at a
mind-
desk all day.
yeah, I see John working with numbers with like beers.
Your dad
That's really. My dad was like in high school, as he went to the same high school as all of us.
Those
He
stories,
was
bro.
like the cool kid, and like hung out with whoever he felt like, but at the same time he aced all his courses and sat with the nerds if he felt like, and at the same time was like on the O-line of the football team, and like he did whatever he felt like in high school. He was like a god.
We're gonna have to save a lot of those stories for when Johnny comes on the podcast.
Man, we got to keep asking for us, and then we'll come.
Every single podcast we ask to get John on this podcast. We got to get Susan to
From
come.
another room.
What am I saying? I don't know.
Your career, and you had a
your
question
future
to go into
plans,
after.
buddy.
Oh,
Come
my
on.
future plans. Okay.
Oh.
Well, right now it's kind of, I'm not sure. It's kind of like a scramble. But I plan on finishing school, but not the program that I initially started, just because like I don't really care to become an accountant or whatever.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna finish like the general courses and then probably stay in Quebec to go into like graphic design. So that would be the plan at the same time as doing my art. And so yeah, I hope that works. I'm planning on making it work there, but yeah.
Yeah, your art's doing pretty well right now. That's pretty cool.
And the talent's there, dude. See,
Yeah, it's a solid backup plan. Like
When
you can still do
when you
that.
started to draw Kobe on the shoe, bro, I was like, bro, this is taking off for sure.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not at the point that it is that I want it to be, but like I also started not too long ago, like a couple months ago. So like there is still place for improvement, and
you
that's
you
the
got
exciting
plans.
part.
You got plans of going into other lanes too, right?
Yeah. There's other like different types of customs that I want to do. Which one I'm gonna keep secret, just because I don't think it's been done in Quebec so far. So I'm keeping it for myself.
You'll have to do a big opening and like show it on the podcast so everyone comes. That'll give us some more clout.
When I'm buying the products, it should be coming in soon, and there's big plans for that. But so I'm excited. I'm also like starting to like take better pictures, I guess. Like for
Yeah, I've
this.
noticed that you've been doing your little
Yeah, when you do your
stuff in our
custom,
pictures
you
now.
set it up. And
Yeah, I've been trying to like take better pictures, and I guess this kind of brings to the point because I know Ti Boeuf, like your account, and I know Derek with like your camera, like your pictures that you take, like the simplicity of them, but at the same time, like they're really complex. I really like it, and I just wanted to like kind of ask you guys like, what are your inspiration when, for example, you take a picture of like what is it, the teeth with like the blood, or like just the tree and the collection and all of that.
If you want to see these images, go ahead and follow them on Instagram, Ti Boeuf.
Exactly. Yeah.
Just shouting out.
shout
So
out.
yeah, I mean that whole thing, like, so the promotion for our first EP, Anderson One, was done with each song having a specific
Like claymation style, you know, like movies like Coraline and things like that, where it's animated bit by bit. And like, dude, that's a famous look. You know, it's something that's really youthful and like tactile. It feels like you're playing with the clay when you see it going front and back.
and yeah, and so like the whole idea is to sort of, when we're like, I know it's been said, and it's something that's like feels almost redundant, but it's also creating a culture with your brand and your personality and putting it out. And so it gives somebody, well, it gives an audience something tangible to like recognize, I guess. So let's say the tooth, it's tooth removal. The head, it's chanson inconnue. The glass was karaoke bar, and they all have an image tied to them. And I mean, it's inspired by, like Landon was saying, those claymation movies from like early to mid 2000s that we've all seen either on like a DVD at home or like, I know that we grew up with that. And it's also different video games. I think I told this to Vince. He had asked when we released it, he's like, how do you guys think of like the single cover? How do you guys think of like doing that? And then I remember like when we were younger, Len still plays a lot of video games, but when we were younger, I would spend so much time looking at him playing video games. And one of them was Kirby's Epic Yarn.
Dude.
And it's like it's sort of an odd game to base yourself off of, but it's all the like stitched things together, and it sort of gave me that like a really youthful vibe. And it was our debut effort, so it's like our youth for us. So that was
That's really well thought of.
It's really well thought of. Yeah.
Like you
Are
want.
any of us taking notes? Because my God.
But man, it like sort of I'm going off again there. It's a lot of it. So much, like, for sure we have the music that we're making, but like we practically put the same amount of effort into marketing or just the visuals that we're trying to put out at the same time, because we really like the visual aspect. It's fun to be working in different mediums, and like it gives an outlet, instead of man, I'm gonna go so far off on this.
Hey, go ahead. Dive in.
As far as you
Go,
need
go.
to go.
Well, like in school and things like that, you expect to work in school in a specific domain, and then you go up in university, and it's more specific. But like during those times, you like other things, and there's other things that you want to be doing as well. And Ti Boeuf, for us, we've been really lucky is that the other things we want to do other than school is everything we do in Ti Boeuf. So there's a lot of photos, there's music, there's visual elements. It's all things that we would have done without a name or a label to put it under, you know, like we would have drawn on our own, and then that would have just been a drawing in a book, and like we close the book and no one ever sees it. But for Ti Boeuf, like draw something, we're like, oh, that ties to this, and then like sometimes the elements are distinct, and then you make the connections, and the connections are better or funnier because you're making it sort of in an abstract way.
That's pretty cool. So can we officially say that Ti Boeuf is moving to Montreal, or
Well, I mean, to a certain
Cut it
degree,
out if we can't say that.
with COVID, it's sort of hard to say that we're going to be in Montreal in the fall.
Yeah, the hope is for the fall,
That's true.
but dude, like 6 months or staying at home and doing the class online and saving 6 months rent, dude.
Trust me, I think all of us understand.
Yeah,
That's the point.
100%.
Yeah, so
Right, it's rough there.
yeah. But I did hear that Derek was talking about how Landon played video games a lot. So I was just curious, what are you guys' other hobbies other than that? And how you also said that your interests kind of tie into your music, but do you guys do anything else other than
And
music?
backflips. I know Derek could land a mean backflip.
Oh, side flip.
When we were in high school, we did fucking. I'm sorry if I swear.
No,
I swore
we
my-
always swear, so you're good.
Fuck man, go ahead.
we did breakdance in the early years of high school.
Throughout, yeah.
I didn't want to admit it, but dude, like Derek was good at it, but
I wasn't good at it, but like I never told anybody that I did it because I felt like, oh, I'm dancing, and I wasn't good enough to the point of like, okay, I'm gonna be the kid at the QHS school dance that's gonna start dancing, right? But I could do a side flip, but I could do a front flip.
but that's the only reason you do breakdance when you play the
Just flips.
You don't do the fucking dance on the beat. You do it to do the flips or the.
Yo, if I do breakdance, I learn how to do flips. Yo, I'm in. Like I'm
And
down.
with that, there's walking on your hands, doing flips. Backflips is a big no-no because mom says no.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, that was high school. I mean, there was a big point where we really got into movies, and personally, there was like a point in high school where I thought movies were sort of useless. I was like, okay, you need to sit and watch a movie for like 2 hours, and like, what am I getting out of this unless I feel like really good after the movie? And then like I started to like really understand the value of movies for their creative content and their deeper meanings. And it's like sort of like the deeper meanings that you'll see in like your responses at the end.
Word stories?
Exactly. But like when you and like how do they do this shot? How do they edit it together so that it's fluid but like on at the same time? And so that like really made me want to take up like photography. And so in my second semester of St. Lawrence, I bought myself a film camera because I wanted to learn how to like shoot film. And so film is really cool because it's a longer process, and it's something that you really need to reflect about how you're going to take the photo, or it's going to come out.
It costs money to take a photo. So.
Exactly. Every photo is like $1, right? So you're thinking this is $1. And yeah, so like that's where photography comes from. And like, I mean,
it's the same thing. It's like it all ends up relating to the things we do for Ti Boeuf, and that's like it's kind of funny to think about that your pastime sort of gets summed up by one label. But I mean, we watch movies and we like the movies for sure for the content, but also like Derek's saying, it helps us for like, we'd want to do this when we're filming something. So like feeds into itself, I guess.
I love the fact that you guys are just expanding in so many different creative lanes and then all merging it back towards your Ti Boeuf.
I feel like you've talked about every form of art and linked it to Ti Boeuf. It's crazy.
There's one movie, Derek, that you said when you said like you watch movies and photography, and there's this one movie that keeps popping in my head. I don't know if you've seen it, but it's 1917, which is like a
Shawn Mendes.
Sam
Mendes, my bad.
It was like the World War One movie where it's like filmed almost like in one shot.
Like a continuous. Yeah, I haven't seen it yet. But
it's such a good movie, and like the not the photography, but the way that it was filmed is so like it's so fascinating. The way that they like you can watch the behind the scenes of how everything was made, and it's so fun to like watch and like really analyze.
And people do really crazy shit with movies there. There's one movie, it starts off, I think it's called Irreversible, and it's by Gaspar Noé. Don't watch the movie.
Shout it out. Nope, it's not good.
But it's like it's really an extreme movie. It starts off with like a audible frequency, barely audible frequency that's like 20 hertz, so super low. And what it does, and it makes you feel sick, like you're gonna throw up, because it's such a low, not often frequency that just like it's like
it offsets you, and
it's like you're on a boat. It puts in.
Noted, I won't watch the movie. All right.
But
It doesn't sound fun to watch.
no, but it's all creative choices to make the audience feel something.
Yeah.
And I mean, like another, like a really, really strange movie that like you have to sort of commit to watch it. Like you have to be really into it. Is, I think, like, well, I don't know if it's the best movie to watch, but it's Gummo by Harmony Korine. And that's really like a strange movie about life in like a rural community, but in Ohio.
Yeah.
And it's made in the 90s, and you have like the movie shot on like I think 4 or 5 different formats, whether it's digital or film or even
Handycam.
yeah, like different things with, but it's all in the purpose of making you feel not at like what a day-to-day life is, but everything is stretched, and it just feels like at the end you want to go take a shower because it's so gross.
At one point, the kid's eating. He's in a bath, and his mom brings him a plate of spaghetti. He's dropping half of it in the fucking bath water.
He's eating spaghetti in the
So unsatisfying when you get your noodles all wet.
But yeah, beautiful movie, but like disgusting.
What are you guys' favorite movies?
Yeah,
Dude, I watched Interstellar not too recently, and that movie,
It hits her.
it was insane. You really need to commit to that one too from the beginning.
yeah. It's long too, but really, really great.
Yeah.
My recent favorite movie is probably The Joker.
Okay, yeah.
That's
That
a good
character
one.
is
That's a
so
good
unsettling. Like,
The
I like
character
that a lot, too.
development too, and with the Batman, it ties well into the. I think my classic favorite movie of all time. It has been the same ever since I watched that movie for the first time. It's Saving Private Ryan.
Oh yeah.
That's a good one.
Like the beginning
That's a good one.
scenes is so like shocking. Like it's disgusting, but it's such a good movie.
Man.
Really,
I'd say that hands down. But Joker's up there for sure.
And the
I'm
cast
honestly,
is a bit odd for Saving Private Ryan. But like, because there's like Vin Diesel in it.
Yeah.
But like, it's a really great movie. Anyways, what were you saying, Ben?
yeah, I'm not a huge movie guy. I don't want to insult anyone, but like I don't watch that many movies. But the classic ones that I've always liked were Shawshank Redemption. I love that movie, and Coach Carter, just because it's basketball, and I also really like that. So
Yeah, Coach Carter's
I
version.
love those two movies.
Coach Carter is like that movie you watch in high school.
Of course, the gym teacher you're gonna be Coach Carter.
Yeah, I'm gonna make the kids watch Coach Carter.
I agree with what you're saying, Ben. Though, like sometimes it's hard to find the time to do things other than like, especially like we've been talking about a lot, but like school takes up so much time.
For real. Like the amount of time that I have 4 courses right now, and the amount of time that I use up in a day just for school, and I have like a quarter or 3/4 of the work that you guys take, but on a full semester. And it's like I spend so much of my day on school. It's crazy to think that I should be spending more. Like if I was in your position, and it's like I lose all my time, and then I use some. I like, or if I go and do something for fun, then I feel like I should have been doing school. Like I feel like I've already lost time. I'm like, crap, I need to make up for this, and it's so annoying. I hate it, but it's life of a student, I guess.
Man, I had someone I was talking to. They were saying that like they felt guilty because they watched a movie on the weekend with their parents. And I was like, man, you can get that loose there.
Oh, it's not quite as bad as me there. But
That's tough.
that's crazy. But yeah. So I love talking to you guys, but we got to wrap it up here. So
Yeah.
Alrighty.
That was a really good episode, boys.
Oh, for real.
I killed it.
you guys have educated me in ways I never thought I'd be educated by the podcast.
Thank you very much for coming out. That's for sure.
For real.
Yeah.
Shout out to Ti Follow them on Instagram. Is there any other platforms that we should?
Music.
Places you listen to music, just right Smith, and you should be on there.
Music, Spotify.
Perfect.
You guys are everywhere, right?
Yeah, hopefully we'll merge to Spotify soon.
Yeah, we'll join you.
We'll steal all
Yeah.
your customers, man. All your
And on the day of the upload, make sure you watch out for their new release as well. I'll let you guys say it.
So yeah, Tuesday today.
I love it. He already has our transitions down.
On this very day at noon, Ti Boeuf video clip, Ti Boeuf song Velo out everywhere.
Everywhere.
Ooh,
We'll also link it in the description too.
for sure.
Oh,
Yeah.
thanks,
Hey,
guys.
no way.
We'll get you guys a couple more views. Don't worry about it.
I know it. My mom will go listen to it.
All right, number one supporter. She's a number one supporter.
Yeah. So I want to thank Ti Boeuf one more time for coming out on the podcast.
Thank
I'd
you
love
very
to have you
much,
guys back and teach us a bit more about music and stuff.
Thank you guys. It really means a lot to be here.
Yeah.
And thank you guys for watching. For our listeners, we subscribe to us on YouTube and hit the little bell icon so you know when our videos come out. Follow us on Instagram and on TikTok for our little snippets. And I'd love to have Derek's mohawk back. So if we get 30 likes, then Derek has to put his mohawk and he'll come back on the podcast.
And if I get 50 likes, if we get 50 likes, me and Twin are gonna watch Cardi B music for 17 hours straight.
You have not told me before.
50 likes on you.
50 likes and 17 hours of Cardi B with me and Twin.
Oh my God.
We'll do
I
it
love the
live on our
promotions.
YouTube account.
There you
Ooh, I love it.
or TikTok live.
All right. So as we always do with our episodes, this is the awkward ending.
Thank you very much.
Yes,
See ya.
there you go.